So you skip breakfast, you power through your morning on black coffee, and by noon you are so hungry you could eat the steering wheel of your car. That's not intermittent fasting. That's just being miserable. And if you're a guy over 40 trying to lose that gut using the same fasting advice some 25-year-old influencer is preaching, brother, we need to talk because what works for them will destroy you. I want you to stay with me because what I'm about to show you is how intermittent fasting actually works when you're dealing with a slower metabolism, when your body does not bounce back as it used to when you were in your 20s. I know you've seen the videos, the before and after photos. The guys claiming they dropped 30 pounds in 60 days just by eating breakfast. And maybe you tried it. Maybe you made it a week before you even felt like garbage, before you felt cranky, before you felt weak in the gym, snapping at your kids because you're starving by 2 p.m. Here's why that happened. The fasting advice you are following wasn't built for men over 40. It was built for younger guys with sky high testosterone, with faster recovery, with a metabolism that still runs like a Ferrari. But you are running on a different engine right now, and that's biology. It's not a bad thing. It just means you need a different approach. I've worked with hundreds of men just like you who thought intermittent fasting didn't work for them. It turns out it worked incredibly well, but only when you do it the right way for your age, for your hormones, and for your lifestyle. So let me break down the 16-8 method, the real version for men over 40, no BS, no starvation, just a system that actually fits your lifestyle. But first, listen, if you're a man over 40 and you want to finally drop the belly fat, get your strength back, and feel like yourself again, without the body pain, without the back pain, without the joint pain. That's exactly why I built the Strong After 40 method. If you want me to help you put this into your own life, comment fit below and I'll be in touch and we'll map out your Strong After 40 game plan together. Now let's talk about what intermittent fasting is really actually about and what it's not about. This is not some magic trick. It's not even a diet. It's an eating window. You're simply compressing the time you eat into a specific period each day and fasting the rest of the time. The 16-8 method means you fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window. Simple. But here's why guys over 40 screw it up. The first mistake they make is they try to train fasted at 5 a.m., then don't eat until noon. And by then, their cortisol is jacked, their energy is toast, and they feel like they got hit by a truck. That's not fat loss. That's just stress eating your muscle. Mistake number two is that they think fasting means they can eat whatever they want during the eating window. So they skip breakfast and then they crush 3,000 calories of pizza and beer between noon and 8 p.m. Brother, you are not in a calorie deficit. You're just eating like crap in a shorter time frame. Mistake number three is that they ignore their workouts. If you're lifting heavy, and you should be, you need to fuel around your training. Fasting is a tool, it's not a religion. The truth is, intermittent fasting works for men over 40 because it helps you control your calories without obsessing over every meal. It simplifies your life. You eat less often, so there is less opportunity to overeat, but only if you set it up right. So let me show you how. Now, here's the part most guys miss, and it's the difference between feeling strong all day or feeling like you're running on fumes. Pay attention to this. The first thing you need to do is your eating window needs to match your life, not some random schedule you saw on YouTube. If you train at 6 a.m., you better believe you're eating after your workout. Don't try to fast until noon. You'll just destroy your recovery and you thank your energy for the rest of the day. Here's what I recommend for most guys over 40. Option 1 is the noon to 8 p.m. window. You skip breakfast. Have black coffee in the morning. Break your fast at noon with a solid meal. Train in the afternoon or early evenings. Your last meal should be by 8 p.m. This works great if you are not a morning workout guy and you don't wake up starving. Option 2, the 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. window. You have a small breakfast around 10 a.m. You have lunch at 1 or 2. Train mid-afternoon. Dinner by 6 p.m. This works if you train earlier or if you are skipping breakfast makes you feel awful. Option 3, the 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. window. If you're an early eater, no problem. Breakfast at 8. lunch at noon, dinner at 4 p.m. Done eating by 4 p.m. means you sleep better and wake up leaner. This is the killer if you train in the morning. Did you see what I did there? I didn't give you one rigid plan. I gave you options because your life isn't the same as the next guy's life. Your schedule, your training time, your family life, it all matters. Pick the window that you can stick with. Remember, consistency beats perfection every single time. Now, solution number two. Let's talk about what you're eating during the 8-hour eating window because this is where guys either win or they stay stuck. You're not fasting so you can binge on junk. You're fasting to make it easier to eat the right amount of the right foods. And here's your blueprint. Always start with protein and healthy fats. Eggs, bacon, avocado, Greek yogurt, steak, salmon, whatever you like. This stabilizes your blood sugar and keeps you full. Don't start with carbs or you'll be hungry again in a very short period of time. The second meal, this should be your biggest meal of the day. Ideally, it should be after your workout. This is where you load up the protein, chicken, beef, fish, whatever. Add some complex carbs, rice, potatoes, oatmeal, vegetables. It should be real food. This is where you get your fuel. And the optional third meal or a snack. This one comes in if you're still hungry and you have room in your window. Go for it. But make it count. Protein shake, handful of nuts, leftovers from lunch. Not cookies, not chips. Real food. Here's the golden rule. Always hit your protein target. If you weigh 200 pounds, you need at least 160 grams of protein spread across the meals. Protein preserves your muscles while you lose fat. Protein keeps your metabolism high. And something you have to bear in mind as well is don't be afraid of carbs. You are training hard. You need fuel. The whole low carb craze works for some guys, but you are lifting heavy. You need carbs to perform and recover. Just keep them real. Rice, sweet potatoes, oats, fruits. That's it. So now you've got the window set. You've got your meals dialed in. But here's the thing nobody talks about. And it's the reason most guys quit after 2 weeks. Intermittent fasting works best when your hormones are in balance. If your cortisol is through the roof, if your testosterone is tanked, if you're not sleeping, fasting will feel like torture. So here's what you do. Sleep matters more than your fasting. Your body does most of its repair work at night. If you're only sleeping 5 or 6 hours, you'll wake up ravenous, irritable, and ready to quit. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep minimum. Don't fast and stress at the same time. If you're in a crazy work week, dealing with family stuff, barely sleeping, maybe that's not the right week to push through with strict fasting schedule. Give yourself grace. Eat 3 normal meals. Come back to fasting when life is a little bit calm. Train smart, not starved. If you are lifting fasted in the morning, have a small protein shake before your workout. Yes, technically, that breaks your fast. But who cares? You are not training to win a fasting competition. You are training to build muscle and lose fat. Fit your performance. And here's the big one. Don't use fasting as punishment. This is not about deprivation. It's about simplicity. It's about eating less often so you can eat better when you do eat. You should feel strong. You should feel focused. You should feel energized. If you instead feel weak, if you feel foggy, and if you're miserable, you are doing it wrong. You have to adjust. Look, intermittent fasting isn't magic. It's not going to melt 30 pounds of your gut in 30 days. But here's what it will do. It will make your nutrition simpler. You stop obsessing over 6 small meals every day. You eat less often, which means fewer chances to overeat. It will help you control your calories without feeling like you are on a diet. And when you combine it with strength training, high protein, and a solid sleep, you lose fat, you keep your muscle, and you feel like a different man in just 8 to 12 weeks. But only if you do it right for your age, for your body, and for your lifestyle. Not like some 22-year-old on TikTok. Do it like a man who is 40 and above, who is serious about getting strong and staying strong. And hey, bro, if you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button. I drop videos like this every day, specifically for guys like you. Real strategies, not gimmicks. Just what works after 40. You don't want to miss it. And share with a friend who needs to watch this so we can make most men like us see these videos. And one more thing, it's a bonus for you before you go. You cannot do all of this if your testosterone levels are low. So I created a free T-score test. There's a link on the description of this video. Less than 1 minute, do the test, and no matter the result, I'll give you a free game plan to fix it. It's free. Do it, and then let's move forward. And don't forget to comment fit so we can get you back on track. So bro, that's it. You've got the blueprint. Now go use it. And remember, you are not too old. You just need the right plan. And I'll see you in the next one. Copy that.